In the last class, we have seen the finding the square root with the help of the subtraction method. Now here, we'll try to use factorization method. Now for example, you have a number that is 729 and now we have to find the square root of this number 729. So what I'm going to do, first I'll do a small rough work. So imagine this is 729, I'll go to divide by 3. So it gets 243. Again I can further divide by 3, I get 81, that is 27. 3 3s are 9 and 3 1s are 3. So now all these 3's which you can see here, that is you have to write it horizontally. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, since I'm finding the square root, I'm going to take pairs of the same numbers. So now from here I'm going to take 1 3 outside from each of this. So what I get, the square root of 729 is, from here I'm going to take 1 3, from here I'm going to take 1 3, and from here I'm going to take 1 3. So 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. So the square root of 729 is 27. So this is called as factorization method. Now let us try to solve this question, that is 400. So let us do once again a small rough work. I'll take 2, I get 200. If once again if divide by 200, I get 100, then I get 50, then I get 25, and then I get 5, and once again 5. So all these numbers here, so I'm going to write it horizontally. So now I'm going to make it as a pair. So these two are the pairs now. These two are the pairs and these two are the pairs. So from each pair I'm going to take one number. So this is 2, this is 2, and this is 5. So now I'll multiply 2 into 2 into 5, that is 20. The square root of 400 is 20. So this is called as factorization method. Next, 1764. Now this is this rough work. I'll take 2, I get 882, I get 441, then I get 147 if I divide by 3, then I get 49, and then I'll take 7. So these numbers I'm going to take it horizontally. Now I'm going to make pairs. So I have to make pairs like this. Okay, and now from each pair I'm going to take one number outside. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 7. Now you have to multiply. 2 into 3 gives me 6, 6 into 7 is 42. So square root of 1764 is 42. Next, let us try to solve 4096. Now here let us do the rough work. I'll take 2, I get 2048, then I get 1024, then I get 512, then I get 256. If I keep dividing it with 2, finally the division will stop when the remainder is 1. Okay, so now all this number 2, I'm going to take it horizontally here, and I'm going to make a pair of each of this, and let us make a pair of each of this, and this is what I got. And from each pair I'm going to take 2 outside. So this is 2, this is 2 here, this is 2. Finally when I multiply all these 2, I get the answer as 64. So square root of 4096 is 64. Okay, next, in the same way you can try this by yourself, that is 7744. Okay, so rough work, you start with 2, you get 3872, you keep dividing it with 2, then you can further move it with 11. Okay, and all these numbers here I'm going to write it horizontally, that is 2 into 2, and now I'm going to make a pair. So once if I make a pair, I get 2, then again 2, then 2, and 11. So the answer is 88. Okay, so the square root of 7744 is 88. In the same way you can try this by yourself. 9604, you get the answer. Now these numbers I'm going to write it horizontally. 2 into 2 into all these 7s, I'm going to take it as a pair now. 2, 7, and 7. So I get 49 into 2, that is 98. The square root of 9604 is 98. Now find the square root of the following numbers by the prime factorization method, the same method which you are going to follow now. That is 5921 divided by 7, you get 847, then further divided by 11. Now take these numbers into consideration, make it as a pair. So from here I get 7, from here I get 11, the answer is 77. The square root of 5929 is 77. Next, 9216, you have to divide it by 2, you get 4608. You keep dividing it to 2, you get the answer. You have to stop at a point where the remainder is 1. Okay, and all these numbers you are going to write it horizontally. Now I'm going to make it as a pair. Now from each of this pair I'm going to take one number outside. So this is 2, again this is 2. Like this, when you take all this number outside, finally when you multiply you get 96. The square root of 9216 is 96. Okay, remember this. Next, 529, it's easy, a small number, 23 and 23. So if I multiply this 23 and 23 here, from this pair I'm going to take one outside, that is 23. The square root of 529 is 23. Next, 8100. Now you have to take it with you can take it with 2 or 3 or 9 also directly if you are expert in the multiplication chart. Now look at this. So from here I'm going to take pairs now. So I'll make pairs here, 2, 3, 3 and 5, and when I multiply I get 90. 90 is the answer. Okay, so it's that easy. Now for each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. Now imagine 252. So I'm going to divide it with these numbers 2, okay, like this, and finally I get this. So these numbers I'm going to write it like this: 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7. Now I'm going to make pairs of this. The only number which does not have a pair is 7. So what number I should multiply here? I should multiply with extra 7. So now what happens, that is, if I multiply this, I get 1764. Okay, so 2, 3 and 7. So the answer is 2 into 3 into 7, that is 42. So the required smallest whole number which I should multiply is 7, and the square root of 1764 is 42. The same way, let us try to find the answer for 1008. I'll divide it by 2. I get 504. Then I got 252. Then I keep doing it. And finally, I stop it here now. Now I write all this number horizontally. And I can see easily only one number has no pair. That is number 7. So here I have to multiply extra 7. So if I multiply extra 7, the number becomes 7056. Now if I take the square root of this 7056, you know how to take the square root. I'm going to take pairs of all these numbers. So I get 2, then from here 2, then 3, and then 7. So I get answer as 84. So the smallest whole number which I have to multiply is 7, and the square root of 7056 is 84. Okay, so this is how we have done it. One more example, one more question for practice. 2028. I keep dividing by 2. So this is what I get when I factorize it. Okay, I can easily see that one number, that is 3, has no pair. So I'm going to multiply this with number 3. So if I multiply it with 3, I get 6084. Now to find the square root of 6084, I'm going to make it as a pair, and I take each number outside, that is 2 into 13 into 3. So answer is 78. So the smallest required whole number is 3, which I'm going to multiply to make it a perfect square, and the square root will be 78. Okay, next 1458. This you can do it by yourself. It's easy. You can pause the video and you can keep trying by yourself. So if I take the factors of all these numbers, I get answer as these numbers, and I can easily find out that one number 2 has no pair. So I'll multiply 2 with the original number here, and finally I get 2916. And if I want to find the square root of 2916, once again I take it as a pair. So 3, 3, 3 and 2. So that is 54. So this is how you are going to solve these questions. So next you have 768. You can take the factors and you can have one number, that is 3, has no pair. So multiply 3 on both the side, you get the answer as 2304. Now you have to find the square root of 2304. So the answer is 48. So this is how you are going to solve this kind of questions. I hope you understood this easy video or easy chapter. Thank you.